Welcome in, everybody. Day 2 of NCAA Super Regional action. 2 matches here on our feed today. We're going to have TCU hosting UCF. You see them just getting ready to go. Also going to bring in Columbia NC State. A little technical camera difficulty at the moment, so we'll start here while we try to get Columbia up and going. Bear with us.
Go, Santi, let's go, Mele.
All right, apologize for the delayed silence. Had a little work with the Columbia staff getting our cameras operable there. So we are now up and going. We'll go pull our scores in. Getting started today around the country at noon, I believe. I know the Ohio State match against Mississippi State in Columbus started at noon. An hour later here for hour 2. I believe Virginia and Arizona also. Getting rolling around the same time. Fully active there. Scoreboard's up and going now at TCU. The doubles are just going to show team names as the individual names get long, but rest assured you'll have singles names when we roll over 2 singles here. Quick 3-love lead on 1. Both of these matchups we've seen earlier this year. We've seen TCU and UCF twice. We saw NC State and Columbia once here at the same location, but indoors earlier in the year. Give you the rundowns on how those matches went. You can see on the shirts, particularly that shirt of Nick Kotzen, it is very windy up on the roof there in New York. You see Michael Zhang's shirt now blowing, and he's testing that ball toss. And you can see it there just in that ball coming back to Nick Kotzen for the volley. Tough. Tough to gauge with that wind. It's a quick 3-love lead for Vives and Maxted on the left. The big question today is, will we see Pedro Vives in singles? And is it a decision based on whether they win or lose doubles? But Vives has not seen singles action in quite some time. Just came back out of the boot to play doubles. Still hasn't made a singles appearance. Could this be the day? Or are they going to try to get through this one without him and hope to maybe see him next week at the final site in Waco if they can push through? played will start on the left. TCU and UCF have played twice. Those two previous matchups between these two teams, they met first on March 14th. It was TCU winning that one 4-2. And UCF actually took the doubles point in that match. And then we flip things around in the Big 12 tournament. UCF wins the match 4-3, but it's TCU that takes the doubles points. The team that's taken the doubles point in both previous matchups has gone on to lose the match on 4 singles matches. Meanwhile, on the right, we look back at the prior match this year between Columbia and NC State. That match held back on February 2nd, so over 3 months ago now. Long time for these two teams to get into form. And it was Columbia at home knocking off the Wolfpack 4-1. And it was 1 and 3 doubles. Zhang and Kotzen, Hashimoto and Templeman that took that one both 6-4. Host of matches on the men's side around the country today. We've got our two here. UCF at TCU, NC State at Columbia. You've also got Mississippi State at Ohio State. Again, they started an hour earlier. Tennessee at Texas and Arizona at Virginia. The final 5 teams to punch their tickets to Waco. On the women's side, just 2. Texas at Michigan and Stanford at Oklahoma State. Those are all your NCAA actions here. Let's go ahead and move things down. At TCU, let's go down and start making our trips through the courts. We'll do the same here at Columbia now. Can hear that wind whipping. 3-2 lead for the Horned Frogs here. Now let's slide down to 3. 4-1 Columbia, so a good start here on 2 for Sasha Palta, Max Westfall as they lead Lucas DeHaley, Jules LaRue. Get to singles action. We'll have plenty to say about Stahaley and LaRue. They have been excellent here down the stretch for the Wolfpack, but let's go ahead and get a look in, if we can, on court 3 if they're not in a changeover. Hugo Hashimoto, Jaden Templeman taking on Martin Borasuk and Nikolai Nedelchev. Two all early there. No point by point, if you will, at TCU. Game only, so maybe some looks at the scoreboards in the background if the sun and the light conditions will allow it. Gets a little tough in the bright sunlight to be able to see some of them. This may be a deciding point coming up here. That may be a deciding point now. Indeed, this will be a deciding point here at TCU. It's a hold for Yacine Delimi and Emilio Sanchez on the near court here. There's the hold. Saw the score before I saw it go. Delimi and Sanchez taking on Pennington and Weston Dyke. They're now 3-all. Let's see if we can make sure that scoreboard has a appropriate delay, and Hashimoto and Templeman take a 3-2 lead. Let's go back to court 1. All here, but Braden Schick and Fons van Sambeek starting out in a love 30 hole. They get it back to 15-30. Van Sambeek, the lefty here, serving. Schick at the net. It's now 4-1 for Vives and Maxted on 1 of your top doubles teams, reigning NCAA doubles champions for the Frogs on court 1. Be interesting to see how the match plays out. After doubles here, we mentioned the team that won the doubles point both times lost the match in this TCU UCF, but more importantly, I will be interested to see if we've got Pedro Vives in singles yet. 3 break points now for Zhang and Katzen. Don't love the split view as they're both a little small. I think we'll go to a triple box where one of the screens is bigger and we'll rotate around. Like we saw there, but it is indeed, in the end, a break for the Columbia duo of Michael Zhang and Nick Katzen. So they'll take a 4-3 break lead into the changeover. We'll slide that one down to 2. They've still got their break lead here. Well, 4-3. Take this one down to court 3, but Stahaley and LaRue trying to hang in the best they can. And it's a break lead on 3 as well, so the Lions now just gave one back on 2, but break leads on 1 and 3, so they are in good shape. TCU, we're going to have to make one of those. Court 1 will make it the top left, as it's now 5-2 in favor of Vives and Maxted. Went straight at Jade Templeman there. And you saw the ball sail long, but there was celebration there on the NC State side, so must have clipped his racket going by. And so break points for Nedelchev and Borasuk to get this one back on serve. So from break leads down on all 3 courts, chances here to get 2 of them back on serve. That one just deep. Liam Branger, Paul Colleen serving top left to stay alive for UCF at 2-5. 4-3 Frogs on 2, 4-3 Knights on 3. Meanwhile, a big deuce point coming here on 3 at Columbia. Hugo Hashimoto trying to keep this break lead here. It is break points against Zhang and Katzen on 1. So NC State making a mid-set push on all 3 courts now. And it's a hold from 15-40 for Hugo Hashimoto. So they keep the break lead there. Let's see if we can get over to 1. Where you can see the scoreboard changed just as we got there. It was 2 break points. Now a deuce deciding point here. Can Columbia hold on another deuce point? Indeed they can. Backhand long makes it another hold and 5-3. So 2 big holds for the Lions. Is a hold for the Knights. Couldn't tell if Branjay there looked like he might have had a little bit of a hobble after trying to change directions quickly. Liam Branjay just coming back to singles action for UCF. He himself has been in a boot along with Pedro Vives for TCU. Branjay came back for the first time in a while for the finals in the Big 12 tournament. Has been playing singles since. He looked good against Florida last weekend. See how he looks here. Oh, what a serve. From Louis Maxted, and Maxted now 30 love. 2 points away. Keep your eyes on court 1 at Columbia as Zhang and Katzen are now a couple points away on the return. Ah, a little touch from Pedro Vives. The foot may not be 100%, but the hands are 110. 40 love. Triple match point. 15-40. Excuse me, quadruple match point for Maxted. Triple match point, top left for the Lions. And the put away from Michael Zhang. First double set down goes to Columbia. So we'll take that one over to 3. At the same time, you see Vives and Maxted finish things up on court 1 at TCU. Set for the home teams here on both matches. And TCU now, they've got a 5-4 lead on 2, so we'll keep our eyes on that one as that's the one that could end it. It's 5-4 Knights on 3. Five-2 here for Columbia. Looking to take a relatively painless doubles point if they could finish this off here. It is 5-4 for Staheli and LaRue on court 2, so Columbia needing to get this one here to keep it from getting dicey. Delchev a little wide down the line there. So Columbia serving for it here. They are on serve top left, but TCU looking for a break to finish it. That return from Borisuk snuck under Templeman there. First point to the Horned Frogs, top left. I know you can't read those scoreboards in the background, but it is Love 15 UCF now. It's all about this court here at Columbia. Again, NC State a 5-4 lead, a break lead, serving for it on 2, but if they get this one, it doesn't matter. Missed return there from Westendijk makes it 15 all. Top left. Great wide serve from Templeman, going to bring up match points for the doubles point. And Westendijk on top of things at the net at TCU gives them a 15-30 lead. But again, match point here. For Jaden Templeman. It. Columbia. A couple of straightforward first set that sets in doubles, and the Lions take the doubles point at home. And now 15-40 for the Knights here. Just to let you know, as we were watching TCU try to finish this out here, Benchakroon and Gia Michelle take court 3, so it's a set apiece, all on this. But 15-40 triple match point here for the Frogs. Too good. Emilio Sanchez puts that one away. Can Delimi come up with 2 more big serves here? Devin Bowen, associate head coach, been with Coach Roditi for a long time here at TCU. Oh, Emilio Sanchez made the first one, missed the easier one. And it's a break for the doubles point for the Horned Frogs. So Westendijk and JPJ take court 2, 6-4 on a break at the end. And after they split sets on 1 and 3, the Horned Frogs take the doubles point. So both of our host teams take the doubles and lead 1-0 as they get ready for singles action. We'll take a 5-minute break here. Come back with singles action. We'll be back in a few. All right, we are back for first serve here at Columbia. It's going to be Martin Borasuk.
Nikolai Nedelshev, and for Columbia, Tanapat Busorawonse.
Interesting. I thought the final lineups came out and showed that Schick was at 1. But it is indeed Borasuk. Gonna have to do a little research there. It was Schick at 1, Borasuk at 2 last week. NC State submitted this swap of Borasuk and Schick, but I thought when the final lineups came out, they showed Schick at 1 as if it had been protested and the protest upheld to leave the lineup the same, but looks like that was not the case. So it is going to be Martin Borasuk here. Maybe NC State looking to change things up from that first match. Who knows? Just maybe a little different look as they lost both 1 and 2 here to Columbia in the first matchup. Michael Zhang beat Braden Schick 7-6, 6-2. Nick Kotzen beat Borasuk 6-3, 7-6. So 2 tight matches, both of them with tiebreakers involved, but they did both go the way of the Lions. So NC State switching things up. Maybe they want a little different look. Quick start here for Michael Zhang. Talked about it the last couple matches we've had here at Columbia, how I absolutely love this view. First of all, these courts are up on the roof, which is just amazing in itself. Gives you this great view of the backdrop. That is the Henry Hudson Bridge. In the background, the connector between Manhattan and the Bronx, Westchester. You see those trees over on the left side. It's Inwood Park. And Michael Zhang's going to kick things off with a break, and Borasuk already not happy about something, pointing over to the side. And it looks like one of the NC State staff going to talk to somebody standing in between the courts on the side. And now someone's going to come from there over to the chair official. See if anything's going on here. He's going to talk to the chair. Maybe that's Dennis Smith. Does not look like, it's definitely not Coach Spencer, nor is it Chris James. It is indeed, looks like Dennis Smith for the Wolfpack that was on this court that had something to say. Don't know what the... Oh, you see the staff going over there to warn somebody. It looks like maybe just a stern warning. Cut it out or you will be removed. And then going over to tell Coach Howie Endelman the same thing, that they've had somebody warned. So it's an opening break here for Michael Zhang. See if we've got our action back. TCU, indeed, they are going now. Let's go into a triple here. And looky here, bottom left, making the appearance for the Horned Frogs. First time in singles in a couple months, it feels. Pedro Vivez is in the lineup. So unless the scores just haven't been updated and they pulled him, a little tough to get a look from this far away. See if we get a good look here. At court 2. Come on, Pedro. So I will assume indeed that is Pedro Vivez on court 2. And what a huge sign this would be for the Horned Frogs in an attempt to defend their NCAA title. If they can get Pedro Vivez back healthy and in form. If nothing else, it's always going to be tough your first match back. I think this is knowing that he was going to have an opportunity to play if they advanced. This is a chance for a good rep for him. So win or lose, he needed the rep. So it's early here, but Michael Zhang now. Love lead. Here on 2, let's get our intros done so we have time to start jumping around, as we're going to need to do all our intros in the big box at TCU as well. So we will move down to court 2. As we've seen Zhang and Borsuk here. Court 2, Nick Kotzen. Lucas DeHaley. Oh, my bad. They did not switch. They just flat pulled Braden Schick. So Braden Schick out of singles. That is a damaging blow. For the Wolfpack. That is going to be tough to overcome. Down at doubles point, we'll really get to see what this team has got in them now. Not sure if Schick injured himself in doubles in any way. get back. To our intros here, Kotzen and Stahaley. Lucas Stahaley has been absolutely fantastic for this Wolfpack team. Not just down the stretch, but all year long. 19-2 in dual match play is Stahaley. So expect a good one here between he and Nick Kotzen. Again, in that 19-2, 5 of those matches have come at the 2 spot for him, where he's 4-1. But the bulk of that action, because Schick and Borasuk have been at the top 2 spots most of the year, have come at 3 for him, where he is 15-1 at 3. On the flip side, for the Lions here, Nick Kotzen, 26-11 overall on the year, including fall play. Lost last week to Victor Markov of Clemson. But had won 12 in a row prior to that, so good form coming in for Kotzen. So that's your match here on 2. Let's go down to 3. Where everybody's sliding up a spot now for the Wolfpack. It's going to be here on the near side, the lefty, Fons van Sambeek. Taking on Max Westphal. Van Sambeek, a senior out of the Netherlands. He's 12-7 on the year. Most of those 9-7 at the 4 spot. Played 3 matches at 2 and 3. Won all 3 of those. For the Lions, Max Westphal, also a senior. Paris, France. Westphal's had a fantastic year. 16-3. And that is a spring season only for Westphal. His only 3 losses of the year coming to Henry Jefferson of Florida back on kickoff weekend. And then, guess who else? Fons van Sambeek. In that match played February 2nd, Van Sambeek beats Westphal 4-3. The 3rd and final loss of the year, Lasse Portner of Pepperdine for Westphal. 16-3, great year for him, but interesting to see the rematch here. Again, that match earlier in the year played indoors, so certainly a different look for these guys now. Perfect weather conditions indoors. Now it's outdoors and horrible weather conditions. So let's move down to court 4. So see Westphal, a quick 3-love lead there. Court 4. Unfortunate. We had this last week. Scoring not working on court 4. So you'll have to rely on me to tell you here that it's 2-1 Hugo Hashimoto right now. It's a break lead for Hashimoto, but he's facing break points here against Jules Leroux. Hashimoto, a senior from California. Fights off one break point. 25-10 on the season is Hashimoto, but the biggest of all coming last week against Marko Masarovic, 7-5 in the third. In that Sweet 16, excuse me, in the round of 32 to get to the Sweet 16 matchup against Clemson. Interesting quotes from him we'll get to at some point. And the level of detail he went into after winning that match. Jules Leroux on the other side. Has been outstanding for NC State. Leroux, a redshirt freshman, so when you get the kind of productivity in there, you see Coach Kyle Spencer, you get the kind of productivity they're getting out of Leroux as a freshman. Huge bonus for you. Leroux 18-3 on the year in dual match play. That match in their first meeting went unfinished, and it was Leroux playing Busarawangse for Columbia, so a different look for him here today. But that was from 30-40 down, that was a hold for Hashimoto their last game, so 3-1 lead for Hashimoto. Let's move on down to court 5. Don't worry, TCU and UCF fans will be getting over to your guys momentarily here, just doing all our intros. And we're going to catch Will Manning and Sachin Palta headed into a changeover. See if we have any better luck at 6, and we'll come back to 5. Here we go on 6. It's Nikolai Nedelchev for the Wolfpack, another freshman from Bulgaria, and a late entry for him. Not only was he a January freshman, but didn't start in the first matches in January. I'm not sure if it was either or a combination of being injured and trying to get the eligibility straightened out, but he didn't make his appearance, I don't believe, until kickoff weekend in Starkville at Mississippi State, where the Wolfpack won that regional to get to the national indoors. Speaking of that Mississippi State squad, they're playing in Columbus at Ohio State right now. Very interesting match there as Mississippi State took the doubles point on it. If you get a chance to go back and watch Alex Gruskin's feed for it, you have to go back and look at it, folks. Bryce Nakashima in a tie. Is it a tiebreaker? No, maybe, I can't remember. I think it was in a tiebreak. Got a ball coming at him at the net to put it away, get it back on serve on match point, and just whiffed and looked like he tripped and lost his balance, which is probably why he missed the ball, but can't say I've ever seen a doubles point end that way. Mississippi State took the doubles point. So, tight one there. 3 first sets apiece in that match to go with the doubles point for Mississippi State, so they're playing a tight one. But back to these guys, Nedelchev, the freshman, coming in a big piece of the lineup for NC State this year. Late down the stretch. Certainly has been a guy that's battled, trying to stay healthy. while Busarawangse 17-8 overall on the year for the Lions, and his team just does not want to let him finish a match, as he has not completed a match since April 11th as Busarawangse. His last 5 have all gone unfinished, but he won the last 4 finishes prior to that. 3 of those in Ivy League play, one of them over David Fix of Pepperdine. So that's your intros here at Columbia. Gonna shift our focus and do the same at TCU now. And I'll keep us apprised of any potential set finishes. In fact, we'll take that Columbia match back to Court 1 as they are furthest along. Michael Zhang. With a 4-1 lead there right now. They should be coming out of that changeover any second. Here at TCU Court 1. Near side, Yassine Delimi for the Knights. Far side, Jack Pennington Jones. For the Horned Frogs. You saw that ball. I'm not sure if that was a little wind or just the little side spin Delimi had on it. That took a little curve over to the left. But JPJ is called Jack Pennington Jones. A 3-1 lead here. Early. It's a full complement for the Frogs today. I'm probably the first time assuming that Court 6 was just a coach's decision. We've been seeing a lot of Duncan Chan. No Duncan Chan today. It's Roger Pasquale at 6. But that may just flat out be a coach's decision as well as Pasquale's been playing. This is the first time in a long time we've seen a full lineup for the Horned Frogs. A very good sign for them. Pedro Vives in the lineup being a big plus, but Jack Pennington Jones for the Frogs 13-5. And his dual match play on the season, every single one of those at the one spot. And it was a big effort for TCU to get him to come back this year. I think even he would tell you that at the conclusion of the season last year, as they clinched the national championship in Stillwater, as he was leaving, in his mind, he was not coming back. Funny how things change. Time goes by. Maybe you miss a little. They bring in a guy like Albert Pedrico. They get Weston Dyke to come a semester early. We're going to see Weston Dyke here shortly. Guy that was committed for next year. They get him to enroll a semester early and make another run to defend that title. And so that's certainly helping influence Jack Pennington Jones to come back. On the other side of the court here, the near side for us, Yassine Delimi. For the Knights, Delimi, a junior from Morocco. Delimi 17-10 in dual match play this year for UCF. Most of those coming at the one spot. He's played a few matches here and there at 2 and 3. But Jack Pennington Jones breaks for 4-1. And the frustration coming out of Yassine Delimi, you saw it there as he smacked that ball into the fence. We go down to court 2. Pedro Vives. First singles match out of the boot in months, it seems like. And he's got an early 3-1 break lead on Mehdi Benchikroon. Benchikroon here for the night, 17-5. Overall dual match play for him this year. Certainly not going to go down without a fight. You see Vives pointing to something over on the other court. Not sure what. I hear the Texas and Tennessee men's matches in a rain delay. Hopefully they get back outdoors because it's a good hour. It's more than an hour to get ready to go again indoors at Texas. It's a good 30-plus minute drive to their indoor facility. All right, we're going to get down now to court 3 here. Got to get rolling here with our intros. We skipped by 3 as they were in a changeover. We've got set finishes coming fast and furious now, both sites. So let's get our intros done. Cooper Westendike serving here on the near side, the January freshman, enrolled a year earlier, a semester early as it were, to come play for the Frogs this year and try to defend that national title. He's taking on Paul Colleen for the Knights. Colleen, a junior from St. Bart's, France. And you see Westendike with some choice words for us there. Colleen going to take a 5-2 lead there. Move down to 5. Where it's Santi Gia-Michel on the near side here for the Knights. Gia-Michel, a junior from Argentina, transferring over from UT Arlington. Gia-Michel, also a great singles year, 15-4 in duels match play for him. And they're going to head to a changeover before, as I get the chance to introduce Albert Pedrico. Pedrico joined in January, only 8 matches in the books, 5-3, but we saw him at the National Indoors for the Frogs, and a lot of firepower in the game for Pedrico. Pedrico, a January freshman out of Spain. And we'll finish our intros here on court 6. You see Michael Zhang's 2 points from a set top left for Columbia. That the first one potentially to go to a finish there. And it's Roger Pasquale. Five love or 5-1 here. Not sure what happened to our scoreboard. Pasquale here, and believe that's a set for Michael Zhang on court 1 in Columbia. So the first set in the books in New York, and it goes to the Lions, who also own the doubles point. And that changeover we saw Pedrico heading into was a 6-2 first set for him, and this is a 6-1 first set for Roger Pasquale. So let's go back to 3. Where Louis Maxted, we see them in the changeover or the set break here as well. So 3 first sets there. So we'll go back to 4, and we'll see where we're going to go at Columbia now. Lucas DeHaley, the next furthest along with Hugo Hashimoto. So let's go to 2, where Lucas DeHaley has a 5-2 lead for the Wolfpack. Colleen serving for a set for the Knights here, but already 3 first sets in the books for the Frogs. With the doubles point, the Knights going to need to find something here. Very rare you see a match just go start to finish with 2 good teams like this, where there's not a push from the team trailing. So the question is, when's it going to come? From UCF, can they make that push here at the ends of some of these first sets to try to limit the damage? Keep it to 3 or 4 at worst first sets for the Horned Frogs.
Oh, come on! That's a 7-4
And that's a set for Paul Khalid. So the Knights get their first set on the board.
Come on!
We bring Columbia match back in, as now one of those is closing in. So 4 first sets in the books. Only courts 1 and 2 remain at TCU. So we'll put those 2 up on the side. Keep our eyes on them. Hugo Hashimoto up 5-3 for the Lions, returning. It's 40-15 LaRue, so should LaRue hold, Hashimoto will get a chance to serve for a set, and we will cut over to him. LaRue did indeed hold for 5-4, so Hashimoto going to get a chance to serve for the set there. Stahaley here with an opening to try to break for it. And he gets a double fault from Nick Kotzen. So 15-40. 3 set points for Stahaley on return. Again, 4 first sets in the books at TCU. 3 to the Frogs, 1 to the Knights. The 2 matches left on your screen there. Set points here for Stahaley. out of that rain delay, by the way, at Texas. It was a brief one. A little missed, I guess. But I hear they've got rain coming in, so interesting to see if they get that one in the books. And it is a 6-2 set for Haley here. So we're going to go down to Hugo Hashimoto. 5-4 serving for the set. I mentioned Hashimoto providing that finish for them last week at Clemson. I'll give you the very detailed, somewhat long quote from him here after this point. Make that 30-15. Hashimoto said after that one, he said, in the third set, I was just really focusing on holding and trying to make it as difficult as possible for my opponent to hold. He goes on and says, on match point, I was 100% committed to hitting a forehand. If he goes for a slide team serve at 5-6 deuce with the Sweet 16 match on the line and he makes it, props to him. I'll finish that here. LaRue not giving up. He goes up. Hashimoto went on to say, I wanted the match to be on my racket. I took a few steps to the left to show him I was going to attack his second serve. I wanted him to feel the pressure. And when he didn't hit a good enough second serve, I took a crack at it. I aimed for the middle of the court, swung big, so if the wind kicked up, it would stay in the court. And it was also blowing left from his side, so it would go towards his backhand, his weaker shot. Once I hit it, I knew it was going to be good. I sprinted back to the court to be in the middle and ready. Hugo Hashimoto grabs the first set on court 4. Finishing his quote there, he said, when his backhand hit the net, all my composure flew out of the window and a massive flow of emotion came in. It was a feeling of relief, joy, and excitement. I remember feeling appreciative of all the people there supporting me and proud of myself that I chose to go big in the big moment. He's bringing that to him this week. As now we're going to take a look to see where we head next here at Columbia as Haley, a set for NC State. Zhang and Hashimoto and Nedelchev just put one up on 6 as well. So we'll go to court 3 here, and we'll go back with our focus to TCU for those 2 set endings. So Jack Pennington Jones is 5-3. Pedro Vives 5-2. Let me see if we can see. Looks like it's 30-15 here for Delimi. Serving for it, Delimi is serving to stay in it. Vives serving for the set, so we may swap our main screen here. Maybe not. Vives 15-40 serving. But I think Delimi 15-40 serving as well. I believe set points here for Jack Pennington Jones. see Delimi. He knows JPJ's not missing that. He didn't even give it a look. And that's a set for Jack Pennington Jones. So that just leaves court 2 as the last first set here at TCU. We've got court 3 and court 5 at Columbia. 3 is at 5-4, which is why that one's on 4-3 on court 5. Vives was broken there. So Mehdi Benchikroon now 5-3 down. It was a double break lead though for Vives. So worst case, if he doesn't break here, he gets one more shot to serve for the set. You see Fons van Sembeek back on serve there with Max Westphal. That wind picking up at Columbia. You can hear it in the camera. They turned that one down just a tad. Benchikroon looking to hold here. Let's see what we're going to make that other TCU court at the moment. Furthest along in the second right now, Pedrico and Gia Michelle. So let's make court 1, court 5. Santi Giamichel gets his hold, so they'll go 5-4. Change ends for the final first set there. We've got 2 first sets left. I thought Hashimoto took his first set. I must have been mistaken. It looks like he's still going. Will Manning closing in for 1 for NC State.
Let's go!
So we're going to need to make that top left another Columbia court. We'll put court 5 at Columbia up there. Oh, they were just messing with me on the scores. They were changing them up online. Hashimoto did indeed take that first set 6-4. I was confused there when they changed it on the scoreboard. You just see that wind whipping on Van Sembeek's shirt. And he's just trying to get a first serve in there. You look, he went pretty easy soft slice. That's affecting the ball toss, not making it easy. 5 set points for Will Manning. That one in the big box. Vivez now serving at 5-4 for the set. And Will Manning grabs the set on court 5. Back to Van Sambeek facing set point break points here. So 3 first sets in the books for the Wolfpack. And Van Sambeek gets this one back to deuce. And NC State making that swing right now. Down the doubles point. But they've now got first sets on 2, 5, and 6. And Van Sambeek facing a huge deuce point here. Pedro Vivez, the last first set. TCU 15 all there at 5-4 serving. You can see that wind blowing the ball. And it's a set on the deuce point for Max Westphal. He makes it 3 first sets each. That was a monster for the Lions. So 3 first sets apiece. And we'll go to Pedro Vivez now, as he is the last first set to go at TCU. Gotta feel like they just needed to get him reps, an even bigger bonus if he gets reps and wins. That's why you need the reps right there. Just gotta get back in match form. Here for Vivez now. He did have 5-2 double break. It's gotten here to 5-4, a break lead, but 30 all in your first singles match back in a while. Could get a little nervy. See if he can drop some serves in. Just wide on the first one. Just wide on the second as well. So Viva is now going to face a couple break points here at 5-4. Again, apologize, that scoreboard tied to the TCU online scores, and that's what they're still showing, so can't do much about that, but it is indeed 5-4 Vivez right now. There, they just changed it. Very relaxed. Put away there. Always like getting those that you know you can put down and high enough that they leave the court. Your opponent has no chance to get it back, and that's going to bring up set point now for Vivez. It's a deuce deciding point, set point here. This to make it 5 first sets for the Horned Frogs. 4 already in the books. The lone set for the Knights right now. Paul Colleen on court 4 over Cooper Westendike. And it is a set for Pedro Vives and a little extra to go with it. So 5 first sets for the Frogs. Everything in the books there. So we'll take that one back down to 5. Furthest along. 6-2-2 all. We'll get a look here at Columbia. It's a set and 3 love for Nedelchev on 6. So let's make court 3, court 6. Michelle there. Missing that forehand, talking to himself. I believe that's going to bring up a deuce deciding point here for him. 2-3 on serve right now, but Pedrico with a shot and a break here. Oh, and the backhand volley in the net from Santi. Gia-Michel gives Albert Pedrico the break, and Pedrico takes a 4-2 lead. Let's bring Nikolai Nedelchev back in here now as he's 6-3-3 love. Certainly expected a tight match here at Columbia, and that's exactly what we're getting. Wangze. Still vocal, still hanging in. break lead here for Nedelchev. Boosterwongse's got to find something quick. Not a lot of time. That early match today, Mississippi State at Ohio State in Columbus. Over on Alex Gruskin's feed. Mississippi State now a 3-2 lead. And the match on court 4 between Dusan Milanovic and Will Jansen. It's Mississippi State a set and in a second set breaker there. So the Bulldogs a chance to take a breaker to get a win in Columbus. That would be remarkable. The other match, 1-1 in the third between Jack Anthrop and Nicolo Baroni. Ohio State would love to be all on Jack, so Boosterwongse gets one of the two breaks back as he makes it 3-1. In the second. Keeping our eyes on the various courts here at TCU. Got Pedrico on 5 and Roger Pasquale on 6. Mentioned that it looked like it was based off just recent play, probably a coach's decision there. And Roger Pasquale, 6-1, 4-1 right now for the Horned Frogs. So we will show you that one if that gets close. But right now here, the big question for NC State, because they've got 3 first sets hanging in, is can somebody flip one? They've got to get one of those first sets they lost to send it to a third. They're on serve. I'll give you those 3 courts just to keep your eyes out for where NC State would need to turn one. It was Michael Zhang for Columbia in the first, on serve 2-3 in the second. It was Max Westphal in the first, a 2-love break lead in the second for Columbia. And the other Columbia first set was Hugo Hashimoto, who's a set and 2-1 a break lead. So if you're counting on getting that one against Michael Zhang, good luck. I think they're going to need to try to turn one of the other matches. We shall see. Let's go ahead and make court 5 there. Court 1, Michael Zhang and Martin Borasuk. Pasquale at 4-1 manages to get to 5. We're certainly going to bring that one on. In fact, we might have to put, because we don't have in-game scoring and it's tough to see, we might have to bring Pedrico and Pasquale both up just to keep our eyes on them. Gonna bring 6 up. I know our scoreboard's, for whatever reason, missing the bottom player. I'll tell you, it's 6-1, 4-1, and I believe deuce right here for Roger Pasquale. So this point coming up for Pasquale. Let's put it in the big box. 6-1, 4-1 deuce for the Frogs here. Nicolas Oliveira on the far side. Freshman from, I believe, from Brazil. Rally on this deuce point on 6. Oh, and Oliveira closes it out. So he makes it 4-2, keeps that one alive. Let's bring Zhang in. Keep our eyes back on Pedrico as well. We're going to change that court. We'll get both of those two since they could potentially end. Let's just make that top left TCU court 5. That scoreboard lagging behind. Hopefully it'll change in a moment. That is indeed 5-3 for... And there it goes. That ball deep from Michael Zhang. And is this now a break chance, a deuce point coming up for Borusuk? By the way, 6-4 double match point for Dusan Milanovic of Mississippi State over on Alex Gruskin's feed. Don't leave me for him, but pull it up on the side by all means. And Dusan Milanovic has done it, and Mississippi State has gone into Columbus and knocked off the Buckeyes. Wow. Can't say wow from the shocking point, as we did our preview show and I actually picked that upset for Mississippi State. But wow that anybody goes into Columbus and wins. Well done to the Bulldogs. See if we can get a game score here on Pedrico. Might be. Let's bring that into the big box, as I do believe it's match point here, Albert Pedrico. I think this is 5-3, 40-30 for the Frog. Tweener. Ah, what a way to win a match that could have been, but not to be for Pedrico. As Santi Giamichel says, you're not beating me with a tweener, Albert. So it's going to be a deuce deciding point, match point now. Let's go full screen to it. This to put point number 2 on the board. Pedrico attacks with the one-hander. And freshman Albert Pedrico makes it 2-0 Frogs. As we go back and check. Michael Zhang now 4 break points to get that break right back. And indeed he does. Michael Zhang back on serve in the second. NC State's got to find one to flip. Which one is it going to be? Well, we've got to go to Hugo Hashimoto's here now, as he is 6'4", 5'1" on court 4. So this, again, scoreboard's not working here on this court. It's 6'4", 5'1". Hugo Hashimoto, we got to switch that court up. Court 5 at TCU, that's now done. We've got Pasquale down low. Liam Branger looking to flip a set on court 3, so that's where we'll go there. Gonna bring court 6 from TCU into the big box. As this, I believe, is 4 match points coming for Roger Pasquale. Again, that bottom line missing. It is 6-1, 5-2 for Pasquale, 40 love. Just long. So LaRue holds for 5-2. Hashimoto's going to serve for the match on 4 for Columbia. Meanwhile, we're going to go full screen here. Oh, they flipped the score. It was backwards. It's Maxted looking to finish a match. Missed the opportunity to go full screen. We'll keep it here, but match points Pasquale. Another one fought off by Nico Oliveira. Make it 40-30. Maxted serving for a match. TCU's potentially 3 minutes from being done here. Again, match points for Pasquale here. Oliveira coming up with the goods, facing match points down here at 5-2. Again, 6-1, 5-2. Now Deuce, as head coach Lloyd Bruce Burgess comes in. to get one more point here out of Oliveira to keep this match alive. Louis Maxted. 15 love, top left, serving for the match. So the Horned Frogs 4 total points away from ending this 4-0. And Roger Pasquale makes it 3-0. Horned Frogs. And we'll bring Louis Maxted in now 2 points away. Hugo Hashimoto serving for the match, top left. Louis Maxted serving for the match here in the big screen. $30-15 here for Maxted. 15-30 for Hashimoto. Maxted goes +1 down the line. Called out, overruled by the chair. Branger can't believe it, drops his racket. Bends over, staring at the chair official here. That's as much about the moment as it is the ball, because he now finds himself down 3 match points. Maxted waits for him to pick the racket up so he can serve for the match. Hashimoto's to 30 all, so he can't go full screen as he could get a match point. But match point Louis Maxted here to send his TCU Horned Frogs to the final site. Not looking at a draw, but I believe from memory they are the 2 seeds, so they should get the 7. The winner of 7-10. That would be Arizona and Virginia, the 7-10 match. Hugo Hashimoto beats Louis Maxted to it. Columbia 2-0. Branger rips one on the short ball, so 40-30. Let's see where we go next at Columbia. Quickly, we got to go over to Stahaley on 2. Got to change that other court up in the bottom left. It's all about Maxted here, though, so we can make that other one a Columbia match. We'll hang on that momentarily. Well, Maxted's not going to make it easy on himself here. Going to be a deuce deciding point, match point now. Again, can't go full screen as Lucas Stahaley serving for the match at 5-1, 2 points away. I think that made it deuce, so now match points on both courts. Couple match points here. Top left and the big screen. And that's a match for Louis Maxted. And the TCU Horned Frogs take it 4-0. But I went quickly here as it's match point for Lucas DeHaley. Just heard the PA announcer at TCU say 10th year in a row at the final site for the Horned Frogs. That one's wide from Nick Kotzen, and Lucas DeHaley, first point on the board for the NC State Wolfpack. See if we give you a final look at the celebration at TCU. But we're going to make all of these cameras Columbia now. As it's a 2-1 match, 6-3, 5-3 for Nedelchev on 6. So that's where we'll go at Columbia. You see the celebration top left there for TCU, but let's go full screen to the Lions and the Wolfpack now. 2-1 Columbia. Let's get you set straight where we're at. Columbia takes doubles. Hashimoto wins on 4. Stahaley wins on 2 for the Wolfpack. Nedelchev 5-3 here. Busrawongse trying to stay alive. Your remaining matches now. 4 of them. Courts 1, 3, 5, and 6. We've got 6 here as it could finish potentially. Zhang and Borasuk 4 all in the second on 1 with Zhang up a set. Westfall a set and 5-2 on 3. It certainly appears the NC State hopes right now actually rest on Martin Borasuk on court 1. As Westfall at 6-4, 5-2. If he finishes that, Columbia's up 3-1. And if you're up 3-1 with Michael Zhang on court, you don't feel bad in the least. That one just missed from Busrawongse. Get court 3 prepped as well. And all of a sudden now, it's match point for Nedelchev, a deuce deciding point match point. This one to make it 2-all. But again, all eyes going to be on Borasuk. And Michael Zhang has got break points on 1 for the Lions. The Lions now could have Westfall and Zhang both with opportunities to serve for the match and send them to the final site. Once again, we saw them there last year almost knock off Ohio State last year. But it's a hold for Busrawongse. He keeps this one going. We're going to bring in 3 of the final 4 courts. We got courts 1, 3, and 6 here. The only one missing, court 5, where Sachin Palta has a 4-3 lead for the Lions. NC State trying to find a way to get one here. Oh, and it's an underhand serve from Von Sambeek. He's asking a question. I'm not sure. Oh, was it a ball that... Oh, it was a double fault on the underhand serve? Or was it a not up? Couldn't tell. Must have been a double fault. Because he's now loved 30. NC State trying to get their first Sweet 16 win since 2007. That their only Sweet 16 win in program history, so this could be number 2 if they could find a way. Only been to the Elite Eight one time in program history in 2007. Would also give them the second most win totals ever for a team behind that 2007 team. Borisov now, big trouble. He was up 4-2. Now Michael Zhang serving for the match. Max Westphal serving for the match. Nedelchev serving for the match for NC State. But momentarily irrelevant here. As courts 1 and 3 could finish it off. Oh, 15 all for Zhang. Sambeek 30 all, trying to stay in it. Zhang 30-15, 2 points away. Michael Zhang now 1 point away. Chance to make it 3-1 Lions. Columbia loving these windy conditions, by the way. They had a couple matches this year in conditions like this. Michael Zhang, 6-2, 6-4, make it 3-1 Lions. And now it's all on Max Westphal. Match points Westphal to send the Lions to Waco. Right next to each other. Zhang's court just finished on the right. Westphal here. Giving the crowd in that area something to watch. Westphal. Valiant effort. Couldn't get to it. Mentioned these windy conditions. Columbia won some big matches. Cornell and Clemson at home, both very windy. Also, they had matches at Princeton and Harvard in these very windy conditions. So, speaking to their folks, they were very happy to see the win. They know they play well in it. Match point. One more coming for Westphal. Second serve look. And Van Sambeek airmails the second serve, and Columbia and Max Westphal are through to the final sight. The Lions 4-1 over the Wolfpack. Match that very well could have ended 4-3, but Columbia did their job. They protected the 3 first sets they took. They take them all in straight sets, and 4-1. In fact, make it 4-2. As we were watching the finish here, Nedelchev did win on 6. And you see them bringing out the trophy presentations, but it's 4-2 Columbia, and that's going to do it for our feed and our broadcast here today, folks. That'll be it. We will have quarterfinal matches in Waco, and then they'll turn them over to linear TV for the semifinals and the finals. But until next week, I've been your host, Chris Halioris, and you have been watching the NCAA 2025 Division I Tennis Championships exclusively here on the Cracked Racquets YouTube channel.